Hello, welcome to Math with Mr. Dobrescu, to the rescue. Let's continue with end of the year assessment review, question number 9. Let's take a look at this question. Which point best represents the position of square root of 8 on the number line? We did a similar problem before in another question, and let's take a look at this one now. So we have square root of 8, and then we have some of these points. Remember, we always look to see if we can find any close numbers that are perfect squares, and then we can determine the location of square root of 8. Now we know that square root of 9, if this would be a 9, square root of 9 is actually 3 because 9 is a perfect square, right? So square root of 9, remember square root of 9, it's actually 3 because 9 can be written as 3 times 3, right? So square root of 9 would be right here. So if square root of 9 is 3, square root of 9 would be right there because it's 3. Now, square root of 8, don't you think is going to be close to 3? Because square root of 3, square root of 8, it's actually a little bit less than square root of 9. And if we look at these points, S cannot be the answer because S is farther away from square root of 9. R cannot be the answer because it's more than square root of 9. P, it's a little bit more to the left right there. Okay? And actually Q is the point that is very close to 3, and that will be most likely square root of 8. So square root of 8 actually is most likely is going to be Q. Makes more sense. So point P, again, cannot be the answer. Again, Q, we just best means what is the best location. So in this case, Q is the closest to the 3. So Q is the answer. Point Q, point R, again, it's more than 3. And again, point S is farther away from 3. So the answer is B. Okay, point Q. Again, anytime we have this type of similar problem on a test, make sure identify a perfect square. Like in this case, we had identified square root of 9, okay, which is 3. So because square root of 9 was 3, square root of 8, of course, it's a little bit less than 3, and that is the location. Okay? Thank you all so much for watching, and please stay tuned for question number 10. See you then. All the best to you.